procrastinators, and welcome back to the Nerd³ Awards for 2024. Today, we're going to be celebrating the best of the graduating class of 2024. The best game to leave early access and become a fully fledged full release this year. And oh boy, I don't know who I'm giving this award to. I mean that literally. I've got three games written down, and as of recording, which incidentally is like 1 hour before this video is supposed to go live, I don't know who I'm giving this award to. Hang on, I'm gonna go on my phone and look at the news, and I'm gonna read something, and you're gonna go, oh yeah, that's the thing. Scroll down, don't anything depressing. Oh, that's fucking. The Guardian have just reviewed the ZX Spectrum 2 hours ago. What? Oh, they've re-released the ZX Spectrum, have they? Oh, cool. Well, there you go. The Spectre. That's proof that I recorded this somewhere between 1987 and now. That's the worst possible example. Anyway, the three games I have in mind for the best of the graduating class are Blade and Sorcery, Satisfactory, and Shadows of Doubt. Blade and Sorcery is the essential VR game, right? There's Blade and Sorcery, there's Beat Saber. Some people will also add Half-Life Alyx to that list, but they're not as scared of spiders as I am. That is, like, for me, Blade and Sorcery is the ultimate fighting game, right? I have had so many brutal and brilliant fights in that game, just against enemies that are... I've learned, like, some fighting, like, not anything that's actually usable, but I've learned, like, oh, a parry and thing, and look for where the weapon's coming, and angle. Like, I've learned some of that shit. That's pretty cool. I've also learned, you know, to stab children in the face in that one Star Wars mod episode I did. We're not gonna talk about that. It's probably the most violent game I've ever played. My favourite kill I've ever done is that game. Is I trip somebody over with a staff, slammed my left hand down onto the ground, which had a dagger in it, and they fell over headfirst onto my dagger. That's sort of John Wick shit, right? And I actually pulled that off in a video game by moving my body. Love that game. Downsides, let's do pros and cons. Downsides, it just looks a bit It looks a bit assets. It doesn't have its own unique. I wouldn't see a screenshot like, oh, that's definitely this. You know, it's kind of, it doesn't have its own style. But that's kind of really its only negative. Next game on the list, Satisfactory, which is a game that took Factorio and went, what if Factorio but up? Like, what if Factorio but you could just build spaghetti vertically as well? And I think that does two things. I think it lets you build more monolithic structures, because you could, you know, you could just build a fucking thing and put walls around it and just sit there and sip your cup of tea. But I also think it makes the game easier. I do think it makes the game easier. I think Satisfactory is a much easier game than Factorio. And also they added spiders. I played that new release and I was like, oh, this is fun. And I was building like a pathway over a jungle and a spider just jumped up onto the fucking thing and I went, oh, I haven't modded those out yet. You know what? Satisfactory's not winning because of that. Maybe it will, I don't know. And Shadows of Doubt is one of my all-time favourite games. Just absolutely nothing like it in the world. At all. It is the most immersive sim to ever be made. The detective nature of it is wonderful, but I do want it to be a bit more. I feel like once you played it a lot, it starts to become a bit routine. But then again, being a detective would become quite routine. Not everything's sort of going to be a film-worthy case, you know. But it has had some of the greatest moments I've ever experienced in a video game. Like, the clue, the missing clue I needed was a piece of paper I found scrumpled on the table of a diner that I was sitting at while trying to solve the case, and I just didn't check a random scrumpled bit of paper, but it was a receipt with a fingerprint that put the whole fucking case together, and I didn't check it, and I was so close to it. And that was just procedurally generated. That just happened because it happened. There was no hand that, you know, you're not going, oh, I played this Uncharted game. You'll never guess what happened to me on the plane. That happened for everybody. This only happened to me. I love that. I love the storytelling nature of it. Downside, of course, it's still buggy. It hasn't really shaken off the early access feel, but it is a ludicrously complicated game, so I can forgive a lot of that stuff. I don't know who wins this award, but I'm about to announce it. The best of the graduating class of 2024 is... everybody! Everyone's a winner! All of them! All three! Fuck it! It's my awards! It's my awards! I don't give a shit! They all win. They're all fucking brilliant games. I love them all. I love them all. They've all got a few little slight negatives. They've all got a lot of very positives. I adore them all. Every single one. They all win. Everyone's a winner! And on that sadness... next. Some people furiously typing. Next time, tomorrow, we will be giving out the award for Best Redemption. That might go to me after this one. I'll see you then.